Here's the reality for sales managers today. 61% are buried under administrative work, 47% struggle with disconnected tools, and 66% feel overwhelmed by legacy systems that promise simplicity but delivered complexity. That's hours lost every single day due to manual data hunting instead of selling. As a sales manager, your time should be spent coaching your team and closing deals, not juggling between Salesforce, Slack, and spreadsheets, trying to answer simple questions like, what's our pipeline this week? Those 5-minute questions shouldn't turn into 20-minute data hunts. Look, this is the old way. A manager requests lead information. The sales assistant manually queries Salesforce, interprets results, collates everything, and sends it back. This is slow, error-prone, and inefficient. Now, here's the new way. Workato's AI orchestration layer changes everything. You make a conversational request, and an intelligent workflow automatically extracts details, retrieves records from Salesforce, and returns insights, all through a Workato recipe triggered via an MCP connection. The Model Context Protocol acts as a secure bridge between your LLM and Workato, flowing data seamlessly back to your interface. Your entire team stays informed without anyone lifting a finger. This isn't just integration, it's intelligent orchestration that unifies your entire tech stack. I'm going to walk you through how this is set up using a simple MCP connection. Now that we've discussed what's possible conceptually, let's roll up our sleeves and actually build a simple use case together, using ChatGPT to access live Salesforce information through Workato. It's always best practice to begin every new build in Workato within a fresh project. That gives you a clean workspace that's easy to manage and simple for others to understand. First, we're going to create a new recipe. Now, here's the key part. Instead of a regular trigger, we're clicking Build an API Endpoint because we want to listen for an API call. Under the new API Request tab, scroll to the request schema and add the following filters: Industry, Lead Source, and Lead Rating. Make sure to switch these all to optional. This ensures the LLM only attempts to fill these inputs when the user explicitly mentions them in their prompt, rather than trying to populate every field for every query. Here, we can also add schema hints to each field. Schema hints are instructions that teach the LLM exactly what values exist in your Salesforce data, ensuring it maps conversational language to the precise fields your system expects. For instance, if we know all our Salesforce industry field values are capitalized, like technology, instead of technology with a lowercase t, we can add a hint telling the LLM to always capitalize these values when searching. Now let's define the response schema. Choose a 200 success response and create a response variable. Next, add a Salesforce search records action and connect to your Salesforce account. We are looking for leads in this example. Now, we can define the fields we want to retrieve, such as first name, last name, email, mobile phone, and more. One important note, we have a limit of 150 records per search, which helps maintain performance and prevents the workflow from being overwhelmed with data. This limit can, of course, be adjusted in the recipe settings based on your specific use case. Though, for most queries, 150 records provides a good balance between comprehensive results and response speed. Then, search for and add the fields we want to use as optional filters from before, and drag the relevant data fields we created into the right boxes. Since these are optional, they are only enacted when necessary, based on the user's query. Finally, add another action. This time we want the API return response action. Upon opening this, switch to formula mode and select the leads data field from the Salesforce action. Then, save the recipe. Click Exit and run it. Let's head back to our project folder and click Create a new MCP server. After providing a suitable name and description, make sure Project Assets is selected as the tool source we'd like to select from. Then select the recipe we created as the tool we'd like to connect to. Click Create. Next, head over to the user access and make note of the developer MCP token. This is the secure key that will connect ChatGPT to our Workato infrastructure. Save this to your clipboard. We're about to use it. All right, now let's make this live. Once that's running, open a new chat in ChatGPT and enable developer mode in settings. Once it's on, head to Apps and Connectors and create a new connector. Use the copy token address as the MCP server URL, Then select No Authentication and click Create. Perfect. Now hit the plus icon and select the newly created MCP connection under More. Now let's make a query. Let's ask ChatGPT, I want to search for all my automotive leads. Only display the leads which have an annual revenue greater than 30 million. Wait for ChatGPT to process the request. You may have to type approve, click approve, or some variant, or possibly both. There we go, it works. Now let's understand what's happening here. We have a hard filter, the automotive industry parameter, which means only leads in the automotive industry are queried directly from Salesforce, ensuring we don't extract more leads than we need to and keeping our API calls efficient. But then, with a more dynamic filter, such as annual revenue greater than 30 million, we apply a softer filter through LLM prompting that ChatGPT handles for us after the data is retrieved, and it only displays the relevant leads that meet that revenue threshold. Lastly, let's try a multi-filtered approach, such as get me all technology leads that are hot. Here, both industry and lead rating act as hard filters that get sent directly to Salesforce. The recipe extracts only leads where industry equals technology and lead ratings equals hot, minimizing the data retrieved. ChatGPT then receives this filtered dataset and can display it directly to the user, or apply additional soft filters if the prompt includes other criteria, like revenue thresholds. And there you have it, a live integration where ChatGPT can conversationally query your Salesforce data through Workato. You've just eliminated those 20-minute data hunts. Now, your sales managers ask natural language questions and get instant, accurate answers from live CRM data. No manual queries, no waiting on team members, no context switching between systems. The transformation, your team spends more time selling and less time searching. That's the power of intelligent orchestration. Thank you for watching. If you found this valuable, drop a comment with your questions or use cases, and now go reclaim those hours.